Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to be here today among women who are trailblazers in Pakistan's cultural and creative firmament. Clearly, the glass ceiling has shattered, and there are beautiful shards of crystalline all over here today, this evening. Really happy to share a little bit of my story with you all as well. Way back in 1987, I graduated from the University of Berkeley, California, armed with a degree in finance and corporate law. At that time, I had a brilliant job offer by an oil company, which I'm sure you all know a lot about, which is Chevron. Yet, I think something in my mind was ticking, and I felt that's not the end of the world. I do have a choice. I could have progressed becoming a banker or a corporate person, and that is really what my degree and my future was beckoning at that time. But at that time, I really felt that my heart was beating in a very different rhythm. I really enjoyed doing research in museums internationally. I loved to study history, culture, textiles, style, fashion. And that somewhat gave me an idea that maybe I should veer in a different direction. It wasn't really easy breaking away from the conventional paths that my family had planned for me, coming from a family that for decades had been in formal business, in industry. For them to have me really start my career after so much education and investment in an education in fashion in the early 80s was something that was completely unheard of. I remember my grandfather saying, "This is nothing. This is not going to get you anywhere. Yes, perhaps an export industry, perhaps a mill that makes products for export. I will support you on that." But I really chose to veer away from really the safe path. I really fought for my ambition. I really fought for my choice. And I entered the world of fashion at a time where there were hardly any designers in Pakistan. And I was really not academically prepared for this. And at that time, in the early 80s, there were no schools of fashion. There was really no template for it. There was no internet really either. And there was no apprenticeships either. So I said, well, if I need to stand out in this industry, I need to veer around my own path of coming into this industry. I chose to follow my passion. My passion was really reading. So I'm pretty much essentially self-taught, and my learning really came from leaves of books and whatever comes in between, from going, visiting places, seeing, being inspired even by a rose and really trying to create it my own way. So I entered the fashion industry. And when I did, of course, there were very few colleagues. And I started to veer on my own direction within the industry. Doing shows, I came up with a script. I wanted a certain location to really depict my dreams and what I visualized as my style. I got a lot of criticism from the media at that time, and I'm talking about really the early 80s. And a lot of colleagues who said, well, you know, Pakistan needs to start with fashion, and we need to have the ramps, and we need to really work in a way that the West operates. Why are you talking about locations? Why is there poetry? Why is there so much write-up about the inspiration? But I think Nabila knows that I really fought for my own independent way of projecting myself. And I really got different locations, like the city station. I mean, I really convinced the organizational group that I want to do it at the city station, and I want to call my show the Orient Express. And I want it written, recited poetry over there. And a lot of people objected to that, but the show went in, and that created a history in Pakistan. And by God's grace, because I really fought for my original ideas, I was asked by many companies internationally to do solo shows. And I really created my mark by really having that courage to be independent and to really expressing originality. Because I think whether it's entrepreneurship or whether it's creativity, I think you have to let your originality out. And to be that, I think it is important to be brave and to really know that you're going to set the mark and be positive and really take action. So I really feel that it's important living your dreams and really following them by actually taking the steps in implementing them. And when you really bring your originality forwards, you've truly manifested your dreams. Interestingly, I started my launch of my career at a benefit dinner for Imran Khan in 1987, when Imran Khan's claim to fame was the superhero in cricket. Today, he is our Prime Minister. And I think that says a lot about how you want to live your dreams and really if you were to make changes in this world. Did I have a secret formula? Yes, I did. In fact, even today, I'm completely incapable of resting on my achievements. I don't see achievement as a plateau of relaxation. I keep seeing, and I know it's difficult at times, but I do keep seeing these mountains that I really want to stride and I want to conquer. So think of your targets and goals and take the first step. But what comes before that really is truly to believe in your own self, to really have that inner confidence and be brave enough to really manifest things the way you have imagined them to be. Am I making it sound easy? Perhaps. But adversity is an inevitable part of everybody's life. Yes, I've lived through my wars, but I think all the ladies here have really learned how to choose their battles. My driving force has always been my passion and my energy. I think being an entrepreneur today is not just about how dynamic you are. Yes, that is important. But it is also how you work with your team and how you motivate people. However, sometimes we must recognize that this energy can wane and dissipate if it's not channeled in the right direction. Energy always attracts opportunities. And I think most women here have lived their opportunities. So it is time to give back to the universe. And I think in anybody's career and anybody who's starting, it is important to keep in mind that it is important to teach others also. Once you've reached a certain target, life continues, but with it, mentorship should really continue. I adore being a mentor to young designers. In fact, a lot of people tell me in the trade that, look, you've been in the industry for 31 years today. How come you're not into hiring senior people? But I'll tell you, my real passion has been hiring youngsters and actually training them not just in design, but actually in business avenues, how to conduct themselves with clients, and how to really live their dreams. And I think that's brought a lot of good luck to me. And I think I can see a lot of people today who are successful in various industries because I've helped them. And that, to me, has been really, really a journey and the most fulfilling aspect of my career. At the outset, I think I've talked about glass ceiling being shattered, but it has not shattered for everyone. Many young women today remain trapped like flies in amber, struggling to pull themselves. trying to live through the myriad problems and roadblocks that they encounter. Everybody wants to make a name and work for themselves at times. And it is time for people like us and everybody here who's a success to actually give back to the community, to your own communities. I know I started as chairman of Fashion Pakistan Council some years back. It was truly a difficult task, but from there on, I progressed after my tenure with really doing a lot of internships with various organizations, and we very happily have lots of fashion institutes in Pakistan today. So we do a lot of apprenticeship work, and a lot of designers that come to me, young designers, announcing their dreams, and I'm so happy to help them. And anybody here who would like to approach me with those dreams in the future, I'm always there to help you. I believe I was a lucky woman to be a woman entrepreneur when I started. There were, of course, problems. I'm certain that each and every woman here today has struggled with trying to find the balance between her professional life, family, responsibilities, obligations. And majority of us have reached here. So I would like to really put out the message for the youth of today that believe in yourself, have that system, have that focus really to move forwards, because you will even break the gender barriers. You will break free all your constraints. It's just about staying focused, keep trying, and working towards your dreams. I would like to leave with words from my favorite muse, who's the incomparable Rumi. Stop acting small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. Thank you so much.